We can shake hand fight. If I lose, I'll give him $500,000. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000.
The stakes in the lightweight division have just been raised significantly. Arman Tsarukyan has laid down the gauntlet, challenging Ilia Topuria to an incredible $500,000 bet. He's putting his own money where his mouth is, proposing that if he loses the fight, Ilia walks away with the entire $500,000. But if Arman wins, he expects Topuria to pay him the exact same amount. Tsarukyan has made it known that he is absolutely serious about this offer, confident they can just shake hands and settle the score inside the octagon.
So no big bets from your own pockets?
No, I can put the bets. I can put like a $500,000 if he beat me. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000. So I can put it that.
Okay, so he's willing to make handshake bets.
If he wants to make that, so I'm down, and we can shake hand fight. If I lose, I'll give him $500,000. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000.
When the conversation turned to his analysis of the champion, Arman Tsarukyan acknowledged that while Ilia Topuria is a very capable boxer, he doesn't view him as a complete mixed martial artist. Arman believes Ilia's primary strength is his boxing, but he lacks the overall versatility needed to compete at the absolute highest level of the sport. In stark contrast, Tsarukyan views himself as a much more well-rounded fighter, equipped with dangerous kicks, knees, effective wrestling setups, strong cage control, and a formidable grappling game. He's confident that his comprehensive MMA toolkit is simply on another level compared to what Ilia brings to the table.
What do you see the holes in Ilia's game? Because Ilia looks like most people, if you're just watching him now, you think he's a striker, but he came into MMA as a grappler. But what are the holes you see in his game? I'm curious.
I mean, he's a good striker. Not good striker, he's a good boxer. But I feel like myself, I'm a better like MMA fighter than him because I have I'm more skilled than him. I got good kicks, knees, like wrestling setup, boxing with wrestling against the cage, grappling, everything. He has just good boxing, and that's all.
Arman Tsarukyan then went on to detail his exact strategy for a potential fight against Ilia Topuria. He explained that the pathway to victory is to apply constant pressure, secure takedowns, and systematically wear Ilia down with his wrestling. He pointed to the fact that Topuria tends to fatigue quickly when forced into grappling exchanges. Arman issued a warning that attempting to engage in a pure striking match with Ilia would be playing into his preferred rhythm and style. According to Tsarukyan, the only way to defeat him is to shatter that rhythm and force scrambles that will rapidly drain his stamina.
I feel like you gotta just keep pressure him, take him down, make him tired, because he gets out so fast with the wrestling. If you're just gonna stay and try to box him, it's not gonna work it, because it's his pace, and you gotta break it, you gotta make him tired. Like if you watch like fights where he wrestled, he got tired and so fast, and that's why we gotta make that scramble.
Tsarukyan didn't stop there. He also directed his criticism towards Paddy Pimblett and the official UFC rankings. He vehemently challenged the UFC to take Paddy out of the rankings entirely, arguing that he has no business being in the top 10. Arman highlighted that Paddy's last 3 victories were against opponents who were on significant losing streaks, and he called it absolutely crazy that a record like that could potentially earn a fighter a shot at the title.
You gotta delete him from the rankings even. He's not even deserving to be in top 10. He beat last 3 guys. It was Chandler, he had 3 losses. It was Bobby Green, he had 3-4 losses. It was Tony Ferguson, he had 8 losses. That's crazy. And like, you wanna bring that guy to fight for the title?
Oh, there's the graphic right there. There it is.
He comes prepared. Tsarukyan does his homework for sure, man. You're a smart guy.
That's crazy. 3-0, 8-0, 2-0.
Oh, that's pretty bad when you put it that way. That's receipts.
When the interviewer questioned if Arman felt disrespected by the idea of Paddy Pimblett possibly cutting in line for a title shot against Ilia Topuria, Tsarukyan calmly stated that no official announcement had been made. He clarified that as far as he knew, the UFC was still in the process of deciding whether it would be him, Justin Gaethje, or Paddy who gets the next opportunity. However, he was quick to remind everyone that he is the official #1 contender, so the fight should rightfully be his.
Do you feel any type of disrespected by Paddy Pimblett kind of jumping that line a little bit and getting that Ilia Topuria shot?
I mean, he's not. Nobody said he's getting the title shot.
Okay.
So they still figuring out who is fighting for the title, me, Gage, or Paddy. But I know if they gotta put me because I'm #1 contender right now.
On the other side of the coin, Paddy Pimblett has been firing back, mocking Arman Tsarukyan by saying that despite being a good fighter, nobody actually cares about him. He accused Arman of talking a big game, but then backing down from a fight with Islam Makhachev. Paddy went on to praise Justin Gaethje as a real banger and a legend, unlike Arman, and mentioned that he would love to fight a legend like Gaethje himself.
Are you having conversation with the UFC about maybe a Gaethje fight or maybe a Tsarukyan
And I'd
fight?
fight anyone, as you know, I'm not asked. Just Arman's a very good fighter, but no one cares about him. You know what I mean? People just look at him and think, yeah, you shit yourself to fight in Islam. You talk a big game, but you don't back it up. But everyone knows Justin Gaethje's a f***ing banger. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that if you're fighting Justin Gaethje, you're gonna have a fight. So and he's a legend. You know what I mean? Arman isn't. So I'd love to fight another legend than Justin Gaethje.
Paddy Pimblett also boldly asserted that the single biggest fight the UFC could possibly make at this moment is a showdown between himself and Ilia Topuria. He argued that with John Jones retired and a fight with Tom Aspinall now off the table, his potential clash with Ilia is the next mega event. Paddy confidently stated that he would not be surprised at all if he had the UFC belt wrapped around his waist within the next 6 to 12 months.
Now that John Jones is retired, I think it's the biggest fight the UFC can make. Me versus Ilia. Now there's no John Jones and he can't do him versus Tom. It wouldn't surprise me if I've got the belt in 6 to 12 months.
In a stunning turn, Ilia Topuria himself has decisively shot down the idea of defending his championship against Arman Tsarukyan. The champion said that Arman still needs to prove himself against other top contenders and even cast doubt on whether Tsarukyan could be trusted to actually make it to the fight. Topuria made his position perfectly clear, stating he had absolutely no interest in giving Arman a title shot, and shockingly claimed he would prefer to give up the belt rather than accept that specific matchup.
Listen, when you put so much effort in the game and you have a guy in front who you don't know that maybe he could pull out from the fight, that's not something good for us. It's not on my back. Bro, I don't care. They're gonna give him a fight before the title shot because there is no way. I'm the world champion. I'm never gonna give him a chance to fight for the title. I will be like, listen, if that's the case, take my belt. I don't do it.
Naturally, Arman Tsarukyan savagely trolled Ilia Topuria after hearing the champion's vow to never grant him a title opportunity. Arman laughed off the comments, mocking Ilia's refusal to fight and suggesting that it's clear evidence that the champion is scared. He hinted that Topuria knows exactly what the outcome would be if they were ever to share the cage.
Ilia, stop running, Ilia. Stop running, Ilia. Good boy. I'll make it quick, no worries. Good boy.
Looking at his own future, Arman stated that if he doesn't receive a title shot for his next bout, he anticipates the UFC will offer him a fight against Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, or Dan Hooker. He considers all three to be good stylistic matchups for him, but specifically identified Gaethje as a potent striker who has a wrestling background. Nevertheless, Arman showed complete confidence, referring to any of those potential fights as easy money.
Where do you see, obviously, ideally, you fight for the belt next, but if that doesn't happen, how do you see the chips falling? What's the most probable outcome you think they're going to offer you next?
I mean, if it's not title fight, it's probably Gaethje,
Yeah.
or Pimblett or Hooker. I don't know.
How do you see the fight going with Gaethje? Like, how do you match up against everybody? Yeah, go ahead.
With Gaethje, it's a good fight. He's a good striker, but he used to be wrestler, so now he strikes more. But I mean, it's good fight for me. All of them is good fight for me, so it's easy money.
Contrary to any suggestion that he could wait, Arman Tsarukyan made it clear he is not interested in sitting on the sidelines. He expressed a strong desire to fight for the belt as soon as possible, stating that he has earned his position and that nobody is more deserving of the opportunity than he is right now. Arman added that the UFC needs to make the fight happen because he is ready and fully deserving of his shot.
Are you like not in a huge rush right now, mostly because you also know you kind of deserve the next shot, but you're not in a rush because you have a lot of time to develop, and a lot of the people at the top of the lightweight division are a little bit older. They're coming to the end of their careers, like Poirier right now, you know, Max. Where do you think you fall in a few years? Like, are you not in a huge hurry right now because you are so much younger than the rest of the division? How do you see him phasing out?
No, I'm in a hurry. I wanna fight for the title as soon as possible because I deserve my spot and I'm here, and nobody can take it because nobody deserves it more than me to fight for the title.
I saw
right now. It's they gotta make the fight. I gotta fight for the title.
The conversation also touched on the idea of Arman moving up to the 170-pound welterweight division. Tsarukyan clarified that he isn't prepared to move up just yet, but he did allude to a future encounter with Islam Makhachev. He explained that his current goal is to become the champion at 155 pounds and defend the title a few times before he would even think about moving up in weight.
Would you want to go up to 170?
No. I would wait him to come down because at least I gotta get champion and do a couple defense and 155, and then I can think. But my weight, I'm not. I feel like I'm not ready for 170 yet.
The lightweight division is more chaotic and exciting than ever. We have a dominant #1 contender in Arman Tsarukyan, who is willing to bet $500,000 on himself. We have a new undefeated champion in Ilia Topuria, who says he'd rather give up his belt than face him. And we have a wild card in Paddy Pimblett, who is stirring the pot and calling for his own shot at glory. The question is, who will emerge on top? Does Arman get the fight he deserves, or will Topuria get his way and face someone else? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think wins a fight between Tsarukyan and Topuria? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of MMA.